deep the river is, will I jump off as swimming? And I'll never know how much love is coming in till I open up and savor it.
Hey guys, this whole series is going to be about me trying to write and record a song in a week. It's a series that I'm trying to do often, maybe not every week, but I try to do as much as I can. And the whole point is I've got no clue how to produce. I've got no clue how to record songs. But through this series, through you guys commenting, through me researching, I'm gonna try to learn. And each week there's gonna be a new song that comes out. I want you guys to listen to it. I want you guys to give me feedback. And each week I'm gonna get better. If you guys go, hey, I'm struggling with trying to learn how to use plugins or trying to learn how to use samples, comment that, and then I'll try on the next song to fit as much of that as I can in to help you guys as well. So hopefully you guys learn a lot by watching someone who has no clue what they're doing, learning how to do it. Yeah. All right, I don't know much about recording songs, but what I do know is that the first track we need to do is a scratch track. The point of this is that so when we're recording every other bit individually, we have something to base it off, like a little scaffolding thing. So it's just gonna be a rough little version of it that needs to be in time. So I need to figure out what the BPM of this song is, and then we can get into recording the scratch track, which is kind of just my main goal for today. I've got to go to the gym, which is why I'm wearing gym clothes right now, because I'm literally recording this and immediately go to the gym. I'll get the BPM down, we'll start recording it. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be 83. It looks like it's gonna be 83 BPM. What I did is I just kind of tapped it out. I've got an app that tells me how fast I'm tapping, and I came out to like 81, and then I kind of just spent the last 5 minutes just singing the chorus. I think it's 83. I might change it later. Another thing with this song as well is I wrote it initially up here. Can you slow down? What? But I can't sing that. I can't sing that high, so I'm gonna have to lower it down. If you're a singer or like a songwriter and you've written a song where the verse sounds really good in one key and the chorus you can't get to where it should go, any tips for that would be great, because there's so many times where I've written the verse and I know where the chorus has to go. I just can't do that with my voice. So I end up just I've lowered this song to semitones. So anyway. I'll never know how deep the river is. That was too fast. Let's try 81. Maybe 80, we'll try 80. All right, we got a really rough track. Convince me if you like, but I don't wanna die. Don't slow down, what was meant for me. Really rough. On here and I don't stop, forget to enjoy it. My hand got sore playing the bar chords. I might put a capo on the first fret just so I can give my hand a break and play an E instead of that F shape. And I forgot the lyrics, so I'm gonna go get another computer. I'll put that there so the lyrics are there, so if I forget I can just glance over it and that kind of stuff. We will start recording the guitar. All right, so the next part that I need to work on is getting the foundation of the song together. I need to do a couple guitar tracks. The reason why I do a couple is I'll do like 5 to 6 guitar tracks, all playing the exact same thing. Just naturally there's gonna be little mistakes, like little notes buzzing and stuff like that, which hopefully the other 5 won't have, and then I can just kind of join them on. Something that I've found has been not recording them all to the metronome, recording the first one to the metronome, and then recording the second one to the first guitar track, if that makes sense. Because I feel like even though when I do it with a metronome, the down strums and the up strums are just slightly off, and it sounds real bad, and I don't like it. We're gonna see how it goes, but my hand just absolutely died playing that song once, because normally I play it on the nylon. I'm thinking I'm gonna put the capo on number 1, that way I can do just that chord, rather than having to bar it like that. I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna retune the guitar with the capo on, always do that, and I'll see you in a bit. This part sucks so bad. It's just counting to 4 70 times. Times 6. Can't be bothered doing the maths on that. That's like 1,600 and something. Anyway, doesn't matter. I mean, you're not gonna have to sit through all that, but I will. So So if I look significantly more dead than I already do, that's why. Anyway. So it's been about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I've done one and it's not good. It's out of time at the end. I missed a lot of notes. So we're gonna keep this just so I feel good. We're gonna keep going. I can feel it, it's good. I think the reason why I keep messing up is because of the capo. I'm really used to playing a bar chord and then like sliding up to the bar chord rather than, it's just muscle memory. I feel like the capo is doing more good than it is harm. If I didn't have it, my arm would be destroyed. If you're a guitarist, please let me know if there's an easy way of doing this. Also, if you haven't been able to tell already, like recording, I'm new to making these YouTube videos. So I'm playing around with the angles, trying to see what works. I like this one though. I like this. This is a cool angle. Might do a lot of it from here. I kept going with the guitars, and what I started to realize was I'm gonna add a bass in. So I'm not too fussed with pressing real hard on the down string. I started to make it a little bit more tinny and higher pitch, because when the bass comes in, I feel like it's not gonna matter anyway. Again, let me know if I'm wrong. I also got fed up with just trying to do it in one take. I did one in one take, and then the next one I'd play, and then as soon as something would mess up, I'd pause it, go back 2 bars, and then start a new track playing along with that one until it ends, and then I'd start playing along with the other one, so they're all in time still. And then I just did that 8 times. So now we're at a spot where I've got 2 guitar tracks in. I'm in a spot right now where I can come back tomorrow, I can put a bass in, play around with some electric guitar bits, and maybe vocals tomorrow as well. See you tomorrow. Today we have 2 friends with us today. We've got Georgia and Natalie. Yesterday the 2 guitars were Roxanne and Eleanor. And now I just sound creepy and like I have no friends. Today's gonna be all about bass, electric guitars, and if I can, fingers crossed, drums. Also starting to think about, should I start doing some fancy stuff like, you know, like sounds of birds and stuff like that. We're now at the point as well where I have never done anything past this point. Today's going to be a lot of researching stuff, figuring out how to make a bass sound good and electric guitar sound good. But that's the whole point of the series. I'll let you guys know what I find. I'm going to start recording the bass. I'm going to come up with a bass line real quick, record it, we'll see how it sounds. Alright, so I think the trick for the bass is just to keep it as simple as possible. I'm not very good at bass. I've never played it properly before. For the moment, we're just going to keep it to like 1 note per bar. Just simple like this kind of stuff, like. And then we might do I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's the whole point. I've come up with a bass line that, I'm gonna be really honest with you, is not a bass line. It's just like a guitar, but deep. I also don't know what these 3 dials do. I've been kind of feeling around with them. It sounds like they do nothing. This one's volume. This one, I've got no clue on that one also, but the bass line that I have, it's like, you probably can't hear the bass, actually, I just realized. It's gonna be a lot more thinking. I need to get this done in an hour and a half. I just completed a massive milestone. I got the bass down and then I ran into a massive problem. The guitars were out of sync. And normally that's kind of like my biggest roadblock. But I managed to fix it by copy and pasting guitar 1 and guitar 2, like guitar 1 to guitar 2 for 2 bars, and then putting it back and like extending it a bit so it merges and you don't hear any clicks and stuff like that. As soon as I start singing, you'll hear it change and all of a sudden become like real unified because it's the same guitar track together rather than one in one ear, one in the other, if that makes sense. What I did with the guitars yesterday is I did 1 guitar track all the way through, and that's playing in your left ear, and then I have 1 playing all the way through in your right ear. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to create a more like rounded sound, like there's a band being played. But the 2 guitars were out of time for 2 bars. So I made them 1, which sounds a bit weird, but I'm hoping that my voicing over it will be fine. Here's the problems that I'm expecting with this guitar. This guitar sucks. I played it 2 years ago live and my fingers started bleeding all over the guitar. This is so gross. My fingers started bleeding all over the guitar, so it's kind of in the pickup system a little bit. And now it sounds really dull and muted. If it doesn't work, I've got an idea to use the acoustic guitar and then just put a bunch of plugins in it, just to make it sound like it's electric. And this guitar also hates staying in tune. It's like allergic to staying in tune. So we're gonna figure that out. Also with the guitar, I'm just gonna like go into the thing, like with what I think it should sound like, and then just learn how to play what I sang. but that's going to be a journey and I'm keen for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, I came up with an insane idea that I'm so happy with. Because I've finished the bass so quickly, I've got 45 minutes just to mess around really. I was playing the electric guitar and I'm like, do you know what? I know someone who is insane at electric guitar. His name's Blake, he's my old roommate. Here's a little soundtrack of us playing together.
Cause you are mine. Trying to say what's yours, but it didn't work. 'Cause I've looked both ways, and I've asked you twice. I can't keep chasing, you have to decide.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's so cool. So I've just sent him a text saying, hey mate, do you want to come over, play the guitar? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing what I would like definitely in there, some like little, you know, a bit of flavor. And I'm going to record like probably 20 something takes of it. That way every take's going to be different and I can just chop little sections up and put them in. And then I'll get his perspective on it and I'll see what he thinks it needs. He's also really good at making solos. I hadn't had a solo in this song, but look, every time I give him a guitar and go, this is a song I've written, he manages to add a solo in there. So I'm so keen to hear that. Yeah. Okay, so it's only been about 10 minutes since I last saw you guys. I want to record just draft vocals. These aren't going to be the main vocals that I use, but I need, like, now that I'm doing like little guitar bits and stuff, I want to know what they're lining up with rather than just the chords and the beat. So this isn't going to be perfect. This isn't going to even be great, but yeah.
My ego is fragile. I'll jump off the edge and just see if I landed it. But my body keeps holding me back. Oh. When I touch the ground, I'll tell you I landed it.
Right, Eleanor's coming back in. There's some parts of the song when it goes... Anyway, there's bits of the song that need a little bit more of a... There's more parts that need more oomph. And I feel like I'm gonna get the oomph by putting a shit ton of echo and overdrive on the acoustic guitar and just... In saying that though, I am getting to a point where the song's starting to sound a little bit overcrowded. I'm gonna do a bit of editing of like, I mean, I'll get to it when I get to EQ adjustment and like mastering and all that kind of stuff. But it is sounding a little bit clunky at the moment. Still sounds good. The electric guitar that I recorded earlier is really good, but some of the notes are a bit off. So I'm gonna redo that and then I'll get Blake when he comes later to do it. So for the bridge, there's this big build up of maybe I'll think it over. Convince me if you like. And then what I did for that is I just added like 8 guitars and then had them all strumming at once. And then left and right and then like put them in different pan things. And I'm hoping what that's gonna do is make it feel like there's a bunch of just guitars playing in your head. This whole process is about learning. What I'm gonna do differently next time is I'm gonna have less guitars, I think. It's very guitar heavy. I might try to figure out, I might start doing some MIDI stuff next time. I try to avoid that because in my album I used a lot of MIDI stuff. What I'm gonna do now, in the next hour and a half, is I'm gonna keep doing that electric guitar thing just before Blake gets here, because I've listened to it a couple times now, and the electric guitar is the thing that stands out the most in the song, I think. It really like cuts through. It's like a bit of fresh lime in a taco. It just kind of cuts through all the flavors and makes it a lot better. But yeah. Woohoo! All right, so if we were worried about me overcrowding it at the start, I now have 25 files of just electric guitar, and it's like stupid shit where I have one where it's gonna be playing this in your left ear and this in your right ear. So together it goes. And it's just stuff like that, and then it's just so overcomplicated right now, but I kind of like how it sounds. Almost done. I'm gonna wait until Blake gets here to start doing other stuff. It's pretty close. It's very pretty close. Awesome. So this is my mate Blake. He's been nice enough to come over and put some flavor on the song. He's an insane guitarist, really good at soloing. Yeah, so he's just gonna come over and help. Here, so here's the sections that I was talking about. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
This part here, on this top part until it ends, is kind of where I want these two guitars being the main thing. Kind of looking for the electric guitar to take over.
Yeah.
How's that?
Alright, fuck that last part. I was just trying something.
Do you want to listen? Alright, can we do? So the one up, one down, one up, and then I want you to play the down bit without playing the intro to the down bit. Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's perfect. Oh, fuck with you.
I don't need them, bro. I'm just cooking. Yeah? Cool.
I'm cooking here. The chef's making the tacos now, man. You've given me the lime juice, you've given me the onions. I'm gonna put it together. As you can see, we are a bit buggered. We've been at this for about 2 hours now. Blake's fingers are absolutely fucked. I've really abused him today. And then he played guitar. It was good. We were viewing the guitar solos as a little taco. The rest of the song is like the meat and the lettuce and the tomato and all the regular stuff. But the guitar solo, Blake's job today was adding the lime juice and adding the onions today. Just the stuff that's going to cut through everything, and you like just listen to it and notice it, which I think he absolutely nailed. I'm so excited for you to see Into the Bridge, nicknamed Lime Juice.
Lime juice.
Blake killed it. The place in the second chorus, you'll hear a little da-da-da-da. Nailed it. That's in the chorus. Lessons that I learnt today: don't adjust the EQ on this thing. Wait until it's all sorted, and we'll do it then. Day 4, Ben is going to be very upset with me. That's about it. Anything else from you? I can't remember.
Really rate the song. Thanks for having me.
I didn't say that.
Always a pleasure. You've got a nice little project over here, Andy.
Nice little project. It's a quote. It's a quote from New York Times. If you like Blake, if you want to hear more of like the guitar solos and stuff like that, let me know in the comments. And if you don't, let him know in his DM. Instagram is, yeah, if you want to see more Blake, let me know. I'll be keen to hear it. Other than that, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very short day. Hey guys, welcome to day 3. As I said today, I'm not doing too much in regards to the song. I'm just doing a bit of writing for some other stuff today. But I was just sitting in the car and I was just thinking about how I'm viewing what instruments to add and trying to solve the problem of making it too clunky, you know, making it too noisy, too crowded. And I think what I was doing is I was listening to a song and it did it really effectively of having all the instruments on the downbeat and then having a really sweet note ring out. So I think for me that'd be having the down strum of all the guitars or the bass and then having that electric guitar ring out. I might play around with that on really trying to, maybe even a piano chord. Could be really nice. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I'm also getting very nervous because I've never made it this far in producing a song properly. As I said, with the album, I did it all in voice memos and kind of just adjusted only the one audio track. So trying to adjust the EQ for everything is going to seem a little bit daunting. I'm worried. To the song at the moment, it sounds very muddled, and I'm hoping that's because all like, I don't know what the proper terminology of it is, but like the frequency of the sounds, like the sound waves like hitting each other and then bouncing off, and it's making like that muddled sound. And I'm hoping when I adjust EQ that goes away, but I don't think I'm good enough at mastering to fix that. I'm also worried about the vocals as well, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking, I saw a TikTok video of this guy putting like a doona over his head singing, so it's like soundproof and you don't get like my squeaky bed and stuff, because in the demo audio that I have, you hear my bed squeaking and you hear all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. There might be a couple recordings today of me just writing, and if more ideas come to mind, I might just pull out the camera and start recording. G'day guys. So I've driven out into the mountains, just by a creek, just doing a bit of songwriting and trying to think about how the song sounds. The problem that I get to when I'm writing songs is I really try to overcomplicate it, especially when I'm producing. I try to add as many things as I can because that's how my mind works. I just keep trying to run with every idea that I get and see where it goes. The whole point of the series is to try to get better at producing, try to get better at songwriting. So every mistake that I make in 1 week, I'm gonna try to fix up in the next week. So I'm gonna keep everything how it is, just to explore how it sounds and get your guys' opinion on it. Because the last thing that I wanna do is go, oh, well, let me delete this. But that's not the point. The whole point is me trying to explore the ideas that I want to explore and seeing how it sounds and seeing what you guys like. I'm kind of just out here trying to simplify the song in my head and seeing what points of the song I want being emphasized by other instruments and where it could be a little bit quieter. So that's something that I'm going to reflect on now, and then maybe tonight I'll just get the headphones on. I won't record anything extra. I'll do vocals tomorrow, but tonight I think what I'm going to do is just adjust the volume for everything, cut some stuff out maybe, but tonight I'm just going to lower volume. I might go live on TikTok because I haven't been live in a while, but yeah, I'm going to do that. Keen to show you guys. Alright guys, so I'm just using this as a little bit of a recap right now. I'm just cooking, but today was probably the most tiring day mentally I've had. Yeah, it was just pretty, I was just thinking about every possible combination. Hold on, pick the chef skills. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, today was probably the most tiring day that I've had. But tomorrow I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another layer of guitar, either electric or acoustic. And I'm going to do harmonies and vocals. I've got 14 hours tomorrow to do as much as I want. Tomorrow's my biggest day, so I'm going to kind of knock that out of the way. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to day 4. Today's the big day. I'm pretty low on energy at the moment because I ran out of coffee and I need to stick around the house until we get a maintenance guy to come by. Then I'll go down and get a coffee and we'll be sweet. But today's the big day. We're going to be doing all the vocals, EQ, and a couple of final touches on the electric guitar, as I was talking about yesterday, I think. But I don't really know how to warm up my voice properly, so I've got a bit of lemongrass and ginger tea. We're going to be absolutely demolishing some tea today. I've got a towel. I think I'm going to put it over my head and just inhale the steam. That's the plan today. My voice isn't feeling too great either today, but I'm hoping when I wake up and get some water into me, it'll be better. I'm gonna see if it's actually gonna do anything first. Also, coffee mug from my cousins that I got for Christmas. Shout out to the cousins. Let's see if this actually does anything. I think that's kind of pointless. But yeah, we're gonna be sipping on this. We're gonna be having a lot of water. And if you're a singer, please help me out. I've got no clue how to warm up my voice properly. All I know is like, I've had a couple of mates in the past like go, oh, it'd be good if you like warmed up before you recorded yourself singing. Or it'd be good if you drank like chamomile tea or like honey before you started singing. I might go downstairs and get some honey as well when I get coffee. But yeah. So what I've just done for the past 30 minutes is I've decided to lower the first 2 guitars that I did. So the ones that are mainly strumming, I decided to lower that and then add in chords played on the electric guitar. Just because I feel like it makes it less tinny and sounds more unified. I don't know how to describe it properly. Hopefully guys you hear it. And then I made, at the start of the bridge, I just copied and pasted the track so that I could make it a little bit louder. And then I did it again when it goes, I don't want to risk it, bow, I don't want to try it. We're going to do that and then it's going to get, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to get a coffee so I get some energy into me. And then we're gonna do the vocals, which I'm very scared of, but we're gonna do that. Alright, I've got this doona to put over my head when I sing, because I looked it up and apparently I need a quiet room. We're gonna sing with that doona on top of us. You guys also don't know this about me, but I did one singing lesson when I was like 11 years old maybe. And all we did was just vocal warm-ups. I think I still remember those vocal warm-ups. So I'm gonna do them horribly now. Alright, here are my thoughts. I'm going to record this like the guitars. I'm gonna do 3 complete tracks of me singing through it, and then I don't even know how to do like harmonies or like when there's multiple voices on like layered on top of each other. I don't even know how to do that. So this is gonna be a long learning process, and I think it's just gonna be faster brute forcing my way into it and like just trying to do it as hard as I can, and then hopefully it works. So that's what we're gonna do.
I guess I'll jump off the edge, but my body keeps holding me back before I commit. But I don't wanna die, and maybe I'll think it over.
Whew. That was bad. That was really bad. I just did the second take of the vocals and I got rid of the dooner. It wasn't doing anything, I feel. I adjusted the gain and it is making my voice sound clearer for some reason. And I keep messing up the lyrics. I can't remember that last chorus.
Till I open up and I savor it. Can someone tell me?
I need the lyrics up so bad. Alright, I'm just gonna go and kind of like re-record a couple bits and see if it works. And then I'm also going to try to figure out how to layer my vocals and if I do harmonies and like when I layer them, but we'll get to that later. I'm really struggling at the moment to get that last little bit, the last chorus, the one that I kept messing up. What I've done is I've kind of stripped it completely. So all that there is now at the moment is like the initial guitars and the bass, but really quietly. So it goes from all these instruments playing all at once and it cuts it all. But I'm really struggling, so I'll try to get it down. But yeah, it's just a bit of a struggle at the moment. I don't really like the start of my vocals. So we're gonna do that a couple times now and see how it goes.
I'll never know, I'll never know, I'll never know, I'll never know, I'll never know.
All right, there's one part of the song which I'm not really a fan of. And it's like the most important part of the song. It's like my favorite part of the song and it doesn't sound good. So we're gonna redo that. I'm gonna see how many times it's gonna take to get it how I want.
I won't even try. And yes, it's probably fun and I'll do it again, but I don't wanna die.
Alright, now we just need to think about how to do like harmonies and layering vocals and stuff. Alright, so it's done, I think, except for the mastering. I think all the recording is done. I'm gonna go into my car and we give it a little car test. Hear what sounds good, hear what I don't like, and then I'll like take notes, so I probably won't film it. I'll adjust everything that needs to be adjusted, and then we should have a song in our hands. Let's go. What a week. Okay, I just rushed upstairs because I didn't want this smile from my face to go. I'm so happy with that. That is so cool. I love it. There's a couple tweaks that I need to make. The bass needs to be turned down in the bridge just slightly. Just slightly. Maybe I do it on EQ and I just put down the lower frequencies. That could be it. Just because it's making the car shake at the moment, which is fine, but it's just overpowering. I'm gonna add delays and echoes. So it goes, when I don't wanna die, it's gonna go, I don't wanna die. I feel like it's gonna be sick. Same with, especially when I'm as young. I need to turn up higher frequencies on guitar onions, which is like the down. It's the thing that Blake did the other day. But other than that, I'm in love with that song. Made me feel very good doing that. I'll see you later. This is so tedious. I don't think there's a way to group a bunch of different recordings and then adjust the EQ on all of them together. So instead, I'm having to select individual ones and like try to mirror exactly what I did on the other one, which doesn't help when I have 57 recordings. It'd be like mentally stimulating if they were all different, like needed different ones, but I've got 15 guitar tracks that are all the same guitar, all filmed the same way, and all of them like recorded this. So it's just like fixing one up and then tapping between the two to see if they're perfect, and then going on the next one, then tapping between those two to see if they're perfect, and then like just going down, and they're not even all in the same place. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I can work on this all tonight, and then we should be done. I don't have to stress about it. It'll be great. It's so close, so close. I've just been learning how to do EQ, and it's actually pretty interesting. So pretty much what I've learned is there's like a what's it called, like a high frequency pass filter or something like that. It basically just cuts out any like deep bass that you don't want. And then there's like different ranges of frequencies that cuts out. If there's like a bunch of like the muddy noise, that's what this whole process is for, which is really, really, really cool. I also did a few more harmonies, and I put that echo filter on, but this is tedious because I can't figure out how to do it all together. So I'm doing it individually. I've got all the guitars done, or all the acoustic guitar done, and I got the bass done. I'm just getting through electric guitar now, and then I'm gonna do vocals last, I think. It shouldn't be too much longer. It shouldn't be too much longer until it's done, and I'm getting very excited. I find the song's really quiet, and then I tried boosting the master's volume, and it kept peaking out. So what I'm doing is I'm adding 5 dB, I think it's decibels, that stands for, adding 5 decibels to every track, and then I'm gonna lower the master by 3. So I'm not done. I need to do compressor, and I'm so tired, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know what all these things mean. I tried looking it up, but what I've ended up just doing is going onto ChatGPT, which kind of sucks. Kind of just put in saying for vocals, harmonies, acoustic guitar, and electric guitar, tell me what the settings would be for, and then gave it a bunch of style songs and said songs that kind of suit this vibe. Anyone could let me know what compressor, threshold, ratio, attack, and gain is. That'd be great. But yeah, after this should be complete. So the song is done. It's pretty hard, was pretty stressful trying to learn the compression stuff and all that. But yeah, so the song should be out by the time you finish watching this. It's called Jump. It'll be out on SoundCloud. I'll put a link into it in this video. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this series, let me know. If you want me to keep doing it, let me know. But yeah. Next time, I'm definitely going to work on trying to integrate some more complicated techniques, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the song.